Okay, guys, we're back here with our physical properties and materials. If you wanted to follow along, this is in your North Carolina end of grade coach book there. We are going to be on page 36 if you wanted to follow along. Don't forget, you're also going to need your packet over here. So, what I'm going to start off with is I'm going to start off with reading the very beginning of our packet here and then making so that we know what to look for. All objects are made up of blank. All kinds of matter can be described by blank or characteristics. A physical property is a feature that you can blank with your senses or blank with a tool. So that's what we're going to be looking for first. Okay. Starting here, all objects are made up of matter. Recall from lesson 3 that matter is anything that has mass and takes up space. A cube of sugar is a kind of matter. So are drops of water and helium gas in a balloon. All kinds of matter can be described by properties or characteristics. Scientists describe and compare the properties of different kinds of matter. A physical property is a feature that you can observe with your senses or measure with a tool. You can observe the physical properties of a substance without changing it into a different kind of matter. So when we come over here and look at this, and it says, all objects are made up of, it's in that first line there, matter. All kinds of matter can be described by blank or characteristics. All kinds of matter can be described by their or characteristics. Yep, properties. A physical property is a feature you can blank with your senses or blank with a tool. Physical property is a feature you can observe with your senses or measure with a tool. So make sure you put those in here. Observe, measure. Color, sight, and texture are blank properties. Sorry, wrong way. Color is a physical property. You can use your sense of sight to observe color. Iron and copper are both metals. Iron is a dark gray, and copper is a brownish orange. You can use color to tell these materials apart. Texture is another physical property. Texture is the way a surface feels, such as is rough or smooth. You can use your sense of touch to observe texture. Some substances feel smooth, waxy, soft, powdery, greasy, or grainy. Okay? You can use your sense of sight or touch to observe the property of shape. You can also use your senses of hearing, smelling, and taste to observe physical properties. Sugar and salt look similar, but you can tell them apart by their taste. Never taste a substance in science class unless your teacher tells you it is safe to do so. So when we go back here and look at this, okay, color, sight, and textures they're all physical properties. Texture is the way a surface blanks, such as a rough. So texture is the way a surface feels or touch. Oh, I'm sorry. I put it in the wrong spot. Texture is the way the surface feels, such as a rough or smooth. You can use your sense of blank or touch to observe a property of blank. You can use your sense of sight or touch to observe a property of shape. You can also use your sense of hearing, smell, and taste to observe physical properties. So, you can use your sense of or touch. So if we are right before touch, sight. You can't see sight. To observe the property of kind of property, physical. You can also use your sense of blank and blank and blank to observe physical properties. So if we've already used touch, right? Sight or touch to observe a property's shape. You can also use your sense of hearing, smelling, and tasting. So those three lines right there are hearing, smelling, and tasting to observe physical properties. Some physical properties describe how a substance blank. A good blank lets heat pass through it easily. Some physical properties describe how a substance acts. You can observe how well a substance conducts or transfers heat. A good conductor lets heat pass through it easily. It transfers heat from one particle of matter to another. Metals such as copper, silver, and iron conduct heat well. Plastic, wood, rubber, and glass are not good conductors. Many substances that conduct heat also conduct electricity well. You will learn more about these conductors and heat on Lesson 8. So, when we go back and look at this, some physical properties describe how a substance blank acts. A good blank lets heat pass through it easily. What allows it to pass through easily? Conductor. It blank heats from one particle to another. It blanks heat. It's right there. It blanks heat from one particle to another. Transfers. Heat from one particle to another. Blanks such as copper, silver, and iron conduct heat well. Blanks such as copper. What is copper? Copper is a metal. Metals such as copper, silver, and iron conduct heat well. Plastic, wood, rubber, and glass are not good conductors. Many substances that conduct heat well also conduct blank well. The very last line here. Many substances that conduct heat well also conduct electricity. You can observe whether a magnet or a substance, so we didn't get to magnets yet. Okay? You can observe whether a magnet attracts a substance. Iron, nickel, and cobalt.